welcome. Today I have a Energy for Abundance live stream, and so you will be catching the replay on YouTube. Welcome everyone. You'll need your journal, you'll need a pen, you'll need a drink. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Cindy. Welcome. On this channel we talk all about empath life. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. Here we go. It's going to be a good long chat about how to bring more abundance into your life. Oh, I have to actually press start. Namaste, namaste my lovely friends. Merry Christmas to you all. How was your Christmas? Let me know. I hope it was abundant, full of good food. Harmony, namaste. Thank you so much for your lovely Christmas donation. I just responded to it just a moment ago. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So welcome, Joanna. I did. I had a beautiful, beautiful Christmas. Lots of food. Too much food. How about you? Did you get to spend time with your family? Liz, Merry Christmas from Philly. Welcome. Hey, Fabre, peaceful Christmas. Good. Luann, welcome. Laverne, it was quiet. Beautiful. That's my Christmas was quiet too. It was lovely. Hey, Lisa, welcome. How was your Christmas? Hey Jenny, welcome. Judy had a quiet Christmas. Welcome Judy. You napped. Is there anything better than a Christmas nap? Richard, welcome. I was not expecting you. I know you've had a good Christmas. Beautiful. So I had, hey Dee, welcome. Did you have a lovely Christmas? Did you enjoy your time with your sons? So, I'm assuming I've got the right D. I have a few Ds in our community. Beautiful. So yes, quiet, very quiet Christmas, very hot Christmas, as I'm sure my Australian friends can. Lovely time with family. Beautiful, Jenny. Did you have warm weather in Victoria or was it cold? We had a really hot, steamy, humid Christmas. It's steamy and humid out there now. You can tell because my hair is getting bigger by the moment. Anyway. So, 19 but sunny. Okay, 19 is kind of a wintry temperature. Weather is all over the place at the moment. So we are talking today about abundance. We're talking in particular about the energy of abundance. Now, some of you who have been with me throughout the year will find 32 in Minnesota. That's Fahrenheit, right, Fabre? So it's really cold. Those of you who have been with me since the beginning of the year will already know a little bit of what I'm saying. You will recognize it because I speak about the energy of abundance often. And I speak about the cycle, how abundance is a cycle. And it's our job, if we want to stay in abundance, to stay in that cycle. So, hopefully for those of you, it will be like a refresher. So, abundance, abundance, abundance. Coming into, the reason why I wanted to do this is because coming into 2022, we have had, well, coming to the end of 2021, it has been hectic to say the very least, right? We have had old things, old cycles pop up again, which could possibly, if you let it, bring you back to a state of worry, a state of tension and despair. But we don't want that for 2022. We want to bring in the new year with we want to bring in the new year with an abundance mentality. We want to bring in 2022 feeling on top of our energy, on top of ourselves, and able to create and manifest what it is that we want for our life. Yes, Lisa, 2020 and 2021 has been Groundhog Day, right? But we don't need to recreate that Groundhog Day for 2022. We can step out of that energy and create what it is that we want. So we could consider today's session a session on manifesting as well. People make a lot of hoo-ha about manifesting. It is really easy to manifest what you want. Easy, believe it or not. So before we start, I am going to pull a card from this Gabrielle Bernstein's Super Attractor card. Gabrielle talks a lot about manifesting. It's her thing, and it all boils down to one thing. Namaste, Chelsea. Leanne, yay cards, right? Cards. So we're going to pick a card, and it's just going to set the theme for our conversation today. Who had an abundance of food over Christmas? I certainly did. Oh my goodness. So much food. Too much? No, not too much. An appropriate amount. Jenny, definitely, right? So good. Okay. Aha. The card says, when I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. And this really is the basis of manifesting. This really is the basis of living an abundant life, of creating what you want from life. Hey Axel, welcome. Yeah, a spiritual connection. That's simple. So let's talk a little bit about the energy of abundance. So, hey Carrie! Yeah, beautiful, good. Thank you, Leanne. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the energy of abundance. So I know that we are all in agreement that everything is energy, right? Absolutely everything. Even if it looks solid, we know that it actually is energy. So everything is vibrating at a certain tone, in a certain frequency. Now, think about the earth, our beautiful, beautiful earth. Think about the most important, most precious commodity on earth. It is water. If we don't have water, no more earth, no more us, right? But think about the energy of water. Let's start with rain. Okay, because that's, for most of us, that's how we perceive that the cycle of water begins. So we start with rain. Rain falls down and it falls into our waterways, into a river, okay? So the river is flowing, 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 and then it flows into the ocean, where the clouds evaporate, take the water back up, and then again, the whole cycle starts again. Now I know I've probably missed a few steps there. I've probably missed a couple of scientific steps, but for the sake of brevity, of fitting it all into an hour, it is a cycle. Water comes in a cycle. Now let's think about that cycle once it hits the earth. Let's think about the rivers. What's next to rivers? Trees, plants. If it's a running river, animals will come and drink from it. Rivers run into reservoirs, and then we drink from it. So the river does its job by flowing, 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 and bringing the water to the rest of the earth. And everything that is along the banks of the river partakes in the water as it goes down to the ocean and then starts its cycle. all over again, right? So that is just like abundance. So the universe, our entire universe, all it wants to do is create more of itself. But I'll get back to that. I'm jumping ahead now. So we're in this cycle of water. Now let's replace the water with abundance of whatever it is you want. So let's say money. Let's take money, because usually when we abundance is so much more than that, but in our modern world, money is, so important. So let's say you have money. You go to work, and your work is like the rain. Okay, so it gives you the money, and then you take the money and you go to your local shop, spend a little bit of money at the supermarket. You buy a gift for someone with that money. You buy fresh food for yourself with that money, and then those people in the shop go and use that money to send their kids to school, put food on their tables. The gift that you've used your money to procure for your friend, you give that to someone that you love, and then they feel good and abundant because you have taken that river, that rain of money, and you have been the river which has allowed the money to go out, right? And then what happens from there is you've created a cycle. So those people are now putting the money that you've given them, they're spending money elsewhere. So that is like going into the ocean, and back it comes around again. Am I making sense? Trying to simplify it in something that we understand. But what happens if you take that money, you get paid, and you take that money and you say, I'm not spending any of this, and you put it under your mattress? What happens? No money goes, no money gets spread around. So you have pretty much effectively stopped the flow of abundance. Now let's replace money with love. You've stopped the energy flow. Exactly, Judy. Let's replace it with, it just sits. It stagnates. It does nothing. It stops, because money is a good thing when it's in circulation. A lot of the problems of our world right now are caused because the money is, here's the whole earth, and the money's just circulating over here. But moving on from that, what if you want to create, in 2022, you are looking for love. You're looking for a relationship. Now, replace the rain that's coming from the sky, replace it with love. Okay? So you, how can we stop the cycle of love? Let's say the love comes from your spirit. Let's say you have a faith, right? So you're believing in, I'm going to say Jesus, okay? You believe in Jesus, and the love of Jesus comes down into your heart, and then you sit at home and say to yourself, I am so good. I'm so spiritual. Today I worship Jesus and I felt the love in my heart. And then you put the TV on, and that's the end of that. What happens there? But let's say you feel the love of Jesus. And I'll choose Jesus because it's Christmas, it's his birthday. You feel his love, and then you go out and you do an act of service for your neighbour. You go and mow your neighbour's lawn, or for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, you shovel the snow for your neighbour. That's an act of love. That's doing something for no other reason except you can. That's an act of love, and it's stepping into the energy of abundance. So then your neighbour looks out the window and says, oh, I don't have to do that today. I've got an extra hour, or gee, my back was so sore and I was thinking I was going to do that and then just have to go home and lie down on my bed all day. But now I don't have to do it. And then they go and they sit down and they watch TV. Again, the energy stops. But then your neighbour says, that was really nice. I feel a lot of love in my heart for whoever did that for me. I am going to go and get some groceries for my neighbour 3 doors up who I know has COVID and won't be able to go out. I'm just going to make sure that she's got some soup and some supplies and just leave them on her doorstep for her. Right, Joanne? I imagine that if I was living in a really cold climate, I would want somebody. I'd be so thankful if somebody shoveled the snow from my... Yeah, right. There you go. If someone shoveled the snow from my driveway, I'd be really happy. So, that is being in the energy of abundance. It is taking whatever it is that you have and putting it out. Now, for some of us, for those of us who don't have a spiritual faith, although I don't think that's anyone here because we're here on Insight Timer. For those of us who aren't so inclined to believe that there's a higher power, we could say self-love is coming from, or love comes from us first, which it actually does whether you have a spiritual belief or not, because the more you can love yourself, the more you can love others, right? Beautiful, Petra. Great. So if you are doing all the things, let's go back to in 2022, I want love. So if all love starts with the love that you have for yourself, then it makes sense that you are going to honor yourself, that you are going to take care of yourself and show yourself love. Do the things that make you feel amazing and loved. And no one knows more than you what you need to feel loved. No one knows that more than you. So you are doing all the things, giving yourself what you need to feel loved, so that you're full. I feel awesome today, I'm full of love. So then you go out and share that love with someone else. And so on. Hopefully, they keep going, keep sharing it and sharing it and sharing it. And everything is a cycle. It'll all come back to you in the end. Sometimes it'll come back to you the next day. Sometimes it'll come back to you immediately. Sometimes it'll come back to you 8 months later. Sometimes it takes a lot longer. But the more you keep sharing it, the more will eventually come back to you. So everything is a cycle. Energy is a cycle. Abundance, the energy of abundance is a cycle. Now, let's think for a minute. I'm going to pick a billionaire. The Amazon guy. I don't even know his name. The guy who owns Amazon. So I have this love-hate relationship with Amazon. So, the guy who owns Amazon. When he started Amazon, it was Jeff Bezos. Right, thank you, Dee. Jeff Bezos, right. So, when he started Amazon, it was a bookshop. Remember that? Amazon was an online bookshop. And it was brilliant. Hey, Stephen, welcome. It was absolutely brilliant. It opened up books to everyone on ebooks, so that we could start reading on the Kindles online. So you could get, for people like me in Australia, back in the day, and even a little bit now, not so much, but it used to be, yeah, exactly, Lisa. It used to be really difficult to get a lot of things from the Northern Hemisphere. So what the Americans and the English people were getting into was hard for us. For me growing up, it was almost impossible. We used to, anyway, we really were a backwater back in the day. So along comes Amazon, and suddenly you can access any book in the world and you can read it online. And then he starts branching out. And then he gives the opportunity for just normal people who couldn't afford to be published to publish their own books. How abundant is that? Suddenly, he is giving your everyday people the opportunity to share their knowledge and wisdom. Now, have a look at the abundance cycle there. Right? It is somebody like me in the backwater of Australia with knowledge about whatever can now write a book and share it with anybody in the world who wants to know what I know. I could have the most obscure hobby and I can share it with anybody in the world. So now he has stepped into energy of abundance because he's sharing knowledge. And he's also given people the opportunity to make money. People who may not have the opportunity to go and work a job, so to speak, or people who would always be working in low-paying jobs now have an opportunity to earn money through their wisdom and their knowledge. That is so much abundance. And what happened? Yes, it is, Stephen. And what happened? It kept growing and growing and growing because that's what happened when you step into abundance. Unfortunately, somewhere along the line, the guy completely lost the plot, and now it's more about plundering the earth than it is about giving into it. However, he is still, the reason that he still keeps growing and making money is because he is still in that cycle of abundance, because he still gives people the opportunity to earn an income. He still allows people to get onto his platform and share their wisdom and knowledge. So he is still tapped into the energy of abundance. But it all started when he it started from small beginnings, and it started from creating a cycle of energy that benefited the world. So I just use that to show you that there is no limit to what you can create if you stay in the cycle of abundance. There is no limit to what you can attract for yourself. So coming back to the universe just wants to create more of itself. Many of us, so many of us, are stuck in that mindset that life is hard, that it is hard to earn an income, that it is hard to find love, that it is hard to do whatever it is that you want to do. Think for a minute about nature. Okay, think for a minute about a succulent. Everybody's owned a succulent plant in their lifetime, right? So you've got this teeny little succulent. I should have brought one in. And you pick off a leaf of a succulent and you put it in the ground and you walk away, and within a week, what happens? That succulent leaf has grown roots and is now on its way to becoming a new plant. All plants have the capacity to do that. This one came from a cutting. If you cut a plant in the right place, put it in a jar of water, roots will grow and you will get a brand new plant. Because the universe, all it wants to do is create more of itself. So that works both ways as well. If you want I'm jumping the gun a little. So the universe will continue to create whatever it is that you make a cutting of, so to speak. If you want a plant, cut a bit of a plant, put it in some water, put it in the right conditions, and it will grow again. Now, aren't they, Joanna? Jade plants just keep growing and growing and growing. And it takes a tiny little leaf. So if you Well, let me ask you, I hope you've got a pen and paper. If not, just pop in the comments. Tell me, what is one thing that you want to create more of in 2022? What is one thing that you want an abundance of in 2022? Either write it down in your journal if you have one, or Brittany, healthy lifestyle. Laverne wants love. Beautiful. Petra wants perfect health. Wow, that's a good thing to want. Jenny wants calm and peace. Lisa wants peace. Melina, fabulous collaborations. Me too. Hey, I put my hand up for that, Melina. Absolutely. Jenny wants more plants. Well, that's easy. Judy, alignment with her purpose. Yeah, beautiful. Claire wants health and happiness. Carrie wants connection. Hi, peace, health and laughter. Yeah, more laughter would be great. Joanna wants peace and health. Stephen wants passive income. And hugs. Yeah, hugs. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Beautiful. Okay, so those are the things you want more of in 2020. A lot of us want health. Peace and health, right? And some fun. Yes, Claire. Absolutely. So let's think of those things that you want as plants, right? And we're going to take a little cutting and we're going to allow the universe to keep creating it. So let's pick one of the most popular things that, one of the most common things that I've seen here is health. Okay, so a business and family, time, more of it, and money. Yeah. Okay, health. So let's pick health. Now, we need to be really specific. Health is everything. So let's be really specific. D, health, yeah. Let's be specific. Okay. For those of you who want health, what exactly do you want health-wise? Do you want abundant energy as your health? Do you want, those of you who have had COVID and are still recovering from COVID, do you want to be able to breathe better? Get really nitty-gritty, because I want health is very vague, okay? Lisa, you want less pain from MS, right? Brittany wants fitness, decreased weight, okay. All right, beautiful. So those of you, Judy, who wanted alignment with her purpose. How can we get more nitty-gritty about that, Judy? I want alignment with my purpose. We could get really nitty-gritty with that, as in, I want to know what steps to take. I want to know alignment with your purpose. It's a pretty sentence. How can we get more nitty-gritty with alignment with my purpose? Like, what do you want deeper than that, Judy? Here, Claire. Claire has got it. Joanna wants a strong body, nice and toned. Claire wants a healthy heart to lower risk of heart attack, as I'm at risk because of your mum's heart attack. Claire wants a healthy heart. Right. Brittany wants strong, toned body. Okay, good. Alrighty, so once you've decided, once you've gotten nitty-gritty. So Richard, healthy lifestyle. Define healthy lifestyle. What is a healthy lifestyle for you personally? Because to me, a healthy lifestyle means eating cheese whenever I want. But that may not be the same thing for you. Healthy lungs to be able to run again. Yes, D. Right. D wants healthy lungs to be able to run again. That's really specific. D wants to be able to run again. And in order to do that, she needs healthy lungs. Beautiful. Jenny wants to be more grounded in herself. Exercise, healthy food, healthy weight. Beautiful, Richard. Okay. So we get specific, really specific. So when we say, like Jenny said, I want more plants. So are there particular plants that you want? So a plant, this plant is called a pothos. I had to think about it. It's a pothos. Now, if I want an alocasia, I am not going to take that pothos and plant it in some glass, in some water, in a glass of water, because all I'm going to get is a pothos. So do you see why we have to be really specific? Because the universe will create more of itself. So if you want healthy lungs so that you can run, then you have to ask for that and focus on having healthy lungs. And we all know that where attention goes, energy flows. We know that, right? Where attention goes, energy flows. You need a knee replacement, and that would help your MS pain. Okay, beautiful. So Lisa, what you are actually wanting to create, what you actually want is a knee replacement. Right? Exactly. Awesome. Thanks, Andrew. Right. So you started off saying, I want my pain to decrease from MS. Dig a bit deeper. Actually, what I need for that is a knee replacement. What do you need to get a knee replacement? What is blocking you from having a knee replacement? Fostering space for what you want. Exactly. Creating a container for the universe to feel, essentially. So, I'd like to use Lisa's example. She needs a knee replacement. Let's drill a little bit further. What exactly do you need for that knee replacement? You can't take pain meds, so doctors don't want to do one. Okay, you can't take pain meds. Wow, Lisa. way to really make me think. You can't take any pain meds. So does that mean that the doctors can't put you under to operate? While you answer that, Joanna, I think you're absolutely right there. I think Joanna has made the absolute beautiful point that you need to drop into meditation and ask. That is always your first. Coming back to our card, what did our card say? When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. Right? So Joanna has just hit the nail on the head. Drop into meditation and ask. Laverne, so for love, being specific, more loving relationships and a significant other. Okay, coming back to that, Laverne. They can, but it's afterwards that you need meds. Yes, Claire, absolutely. Okay, all right, Lisa, we can go on a real thread with this one. So what you really need to work on then is, well, you need to do what Joanna said and meditate, because there are other ways to help your pain that won't involve pain medication. Are there things that you can explore? Yeah, beautiful. Good. Okay, Laverne, for love, being specific, more loving relationships and a significant other. Okay, so Laverne, now take time to define who you want as your significant other. What attributes, what qualities do you want from your significant other? What do you want in a partner? Do you want somebody who is going to go hiking with you? Do you want somebody who can cook? Do you want somebody who is super neat and tidy? Get super specific as well about what you need. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Well, I feel like I've lost my thread. So, stepping into the energy of abundance. Get super specific about exactly what it is that you want. So Judy, who wanted to align with her purpose. So what do you want to do, Judy? Do you want to help people? I'm just putting it out there. Do you in particular want to help people to do something? What is it that you want people? What is it that you want to help people with? Get specific. Better digestion. Petra wants to be able to digest. So these are all good things, right? Get specific, get nitty-gritty. And then I want to know why my soul chose to be here and who am I serving? Okay. Got a lot of things that I can say to that. Okay. So you want to know why your soul is here. And you want to know who you are serving. There you go, Lisa. Beautiful. Exactly. Digesting. So now that once you've defined work in progress, yeah. So once you've defined exactly what it is that you're wanting, then you can begin to step into the energy cycle, the abundance cycle of that. So taking for example, Petra, who wanted a significant other. Once she has defined what she wants in her significant other, let's say that Petra is really into roller skating. She's into roller skating. And she wants a partner who can come roller skating with her, right? So then Petra needs to step into the abundance of that. I'm being really frivolous, but she needs to then maybe go and teach people to roller skate. So then she is sharing the gift of what she wants. That's kind of frivolous. But do you get what I'm saying? Once you know what it is that you're trying to manifest, what you're trying to create, what you want more of, you need to step into that energy. Now, some of you have said things like I want to fix my digestion. Those are all things that are pretty simple to do. Eat the right foods, drink lots of water, they're practical things to do. So, for example, I want to lose weight, so I better go outside and start walking every day. I want to what's another example that someone's given me? So Richard spoke about healthy lifestyle, and then he wrote down 3 things: exercise, healthy food, healthy weight. Well, that's pretty simple. Set a goal to exercise. Go outside, exercise, do your yoga, do whatever you have to do at home. Eat healthy food. And from there, you will get a healthy weight. Pretty simple, right? Now, let's say you wanted money. We want more money, okay? So I would get super specific about, I wouldn't just say I want more money. I would say coming into, because it is a cycle, so what are you going to give? So I would say, let's say, okay, I want to increase my income by $500 every week. Now, to step into that abundance, I don't have $500 right now to give, let's say, right? I want that extra $500. What can I give to step into the abundance cycle? What do I have to share? What do I have to give so that I can then begin to step into the abundance circle? Robert, take a course on holistic nutrition. Yes. Exactly. So, okay, we are co-creators. We have to play our part in order to bring the abundance to pass, right? We have to play our part. So I want to increase my income by $500 every week, and the one thing that I have got that I can do right now is hop online and teach yoga. I can teach yoga, right? So I begin to share yoga. Now, Judy, maybe a little bit in response to what you're thinking. So what I need, if I'm wanting to step out and be a yoga teacher and earn money from teaching yoga, what I need to make myself feel well is Yin Yoga. And I practice Yin Yoga, long, slow holds, because I am a woman of a certain age, and so I need to be mindful of my heat, of the heat that I generate in my body. So Yin Yoga helps me to stay cool within my body. I also suffer from really tight hamstrings and calves because that's where I hold a lot of my tension. Yin Yoga helps me to get rid of the tension out of my hamstrings and my calves, those long, slow holds. And I am also an empath, and I get really uptight if I don't get a really good rest. And Yin Yoga takes me out of my sympathetic nervous system and brings me into rest and digest. So it calms my nerves, it calms my nervous system, it gives me a good rest. These are the things that I need. So, because I understand all of that stuff, beautiful Lisa, because I understand what I need, and I love Yin Yoga because it helps me so much, I then go out and share Yin Yoga with people, because I am coming from my heart. I am coming from a place of abundant love and good energy, because I understand how it works and how it benefits people. So I have stepped into the abundance track because I am not sharing anything that isn't aligned to who I am as a woman. Yeah, exactly, Claire. It is my passion. So it is full of purpose. It is full of really good energy because I know deep down exactly how it works. So I can put my own magic on it. And then along comes somebody else my age who also needs to monitor their internal body heat. And they try it, or they're stressed out or whatever, and then they they try my yoga and they love it, and they continue to spend time with me, and maybe they invest in a private yoga class every week with me. And then I find 4 other people who also are impacted by what works for me that I'm sharing. And then, ta-da, there is, if each session is $100 and it's 5 in a week, there's an extra $500 a week. But I stepped out into an abundance cycle because I gave something that I knew would be impactful and beneficial to somebody else. So, am I making sense? I feel like I've once again gone off. Carrie, she wants deeper connections. She's normally closed off, so I have been working to be more open and vulnerable. If I want something, I feel like I have to put that energy out first. Yes, Carrie. Good, Claire. Perfect. I'm glad. Good. Okay. So, Carrie, you want deeper connections, and you're normally closed off. Okay. And I know there's somebody else in the group, I'm not going to mention her name, but there's somebody else who also wants friendships and deeper connections. So let's talk to that. You want deeper connections and you're normally closed off. Now I can speak to that because I would always, when I was younger, I just refused to be open-hearted with people. I was always protecting myself. And then I'd wonder why I don't have any friends. Why don't I have any friends? It's because I could never share myself with people. You kind of have to be vulnerable. Sometimes that means you're going to get hurt, but you have to keep your heart open. So, you want deeper connections. So, there you go, Gary. So you want a deeper connection. So in that case, you would be, Lisa as well, you'd be a vulnerable friend to somebody else. So if you're normally closed off, do you, Carrie and Lisa, I know you're both empaths, do you let people dump their emotions on you, but then you turn around and you realise that no one else is around for you when you need them? Is that something that you have trouble with? We've only got 10 minutes to go. Where did the time go? Yes, right, okay. Okay, so, right. Yes, right. So there's a couple of things there. First of all, something in the cycle is broken because energy is a cycle and it will always return. So if you're putting out, there's a couple of things when you're an empath. It could be that you haven't set any boundaries and you're allowing people to dump on you, which means that there's something in the cycle is broken. First of all, are you ever vulnerable to those people that are dumping on you? If you have someone in your life who is forever dumping their emotions on you, have you ever turned around to them and not dumped, because that's not a good thing, but have you ever turned around to them and said, there you go, Jenny. Have you ever turned around to them and either said, this is making me feel really tired and drained, that you always, dumping isn't probably a good word to use with someone, that you always share your emotions with me and I never feel that I have the chance to share, or I don't feel that you listen to me when I need you. Have you ever done that to them? If there is a particular person or people. Because that is vulnerability. Okay, Lisa, there you go. So that is being vulnerable. That is opening your heart. That is giving someone the opportunity to make a deeper connection with you. Right, Claire, there you go. Good. Claire, you're having a late night, having trouble sleeping. So you have to give people the opportunity to listen to you. If you just sit there and let them dump on you all the time, then how can you expect anything else? But if you want this cycle of the thing that you're trying to bring in is a deeper connection, then you can make yourself vulnerable to that person. Because think about it, if that person is sharing their emotions with you all the time, they are actually making themselves very vulnerable to you. So then, for Barry, that's a big thing. Address the issue. Tell them, I don't feel like you're there for me when I need to talk. And one of two things are going to happen. Either the person that you address is going to say, oh, actually, I'm not really interested in listening to you. But then you have, in that moment, you're going to feel really hurt. But you've created an opportunity for yourself to set a boundary. You know what that person is about now. You know that there's no depth in that relationship. And you can keep it superficial. And you've also kind of tacitly, just quietly told them, hey, I'm not putting up with this rubbish anymore. You've broken that stuck cycle. But if that person then says, well, what do you want to tell me? Share with me, I'm here for you. And then they do listen, you've immediately created a deeper connection. You've taken it deeper immediately. Exactly, Lisa. Yeah, speak up. So it's like the plant, it's coming back to the plant. You are taking a little cutting of vulnerability and you're putting it in a little jar of water and you're seeing if it will grow. Same thing if it's your brother, Susan, exactly the same thing. Tell him, sometimes I need to be heard as well. And open up the dialogue, see what happens. You can see that again as taking a cutting, putting your vulnerability in a little cup of water and seeing if roots grow. And if no roots grow, well then that needs to be addressed. If it's your brother, you need to just set some boundaries. Because obviously you're not just going to remove your brother from your life if it's not a damaging relationship. If it's just, you just set some boundaries. Beautiful. Okay. Alrighty. For Bray. You always end up cutting people off because they seem to dominate and compete with you. Have you addressed it? Have you addressed it with them? Sometimes when people, look, I don't know the ins and outs of that situation, but from a woman's perspective, sometimes when we are competing with each other, and I can say this from experience because I used to be the one who would feel like I had to compete with everyone. It's just an insecurity thing. It's just an insecurity thing. You don't need to enter into that energy if they're competing with you. You can just move on or talk to them about it. It's always your choice. You end up cutting them off. Yeah. For Bray, I've got 7 minutes, and that's a whole another conversation. After talking and you get no results, well then you just move on. Seriously, if you address it with them and they just keep going, then you decide, and it's always your right to decide who you spend time with. If you decide, actually, I'm better off without this person in my life because they are draining, then move on politely. Move on politely. Create boundaries and hold your own. You don't need to completely remove them from your life. You just need to create the boundaries and then hold your space from there. Beautiful. Okay, 5 minutes. There was a lot more that I wanted to say. The energy, it's a cycle, right? What can you, so Stephen mentioned he wanted more passive income. So Stephen, how can you enter into the cycle of abundance? Are you helping other people with their passive income? A lot more to say, absolutely, Lisa. So who are you supporting? That's another way to step into the energy of abundance, is if there is something specific like I want passive income, then I had a millionaire friend, my friend who is now a millionaire, said to me that the best way to make your own dreams come true is to go out and help other people make their dreams come true. So for something as tangible as passive income, first of all, you need to make sure that you have got channels that allow that passive income to flow. What channels have you created that will assist people and in that way create passive income? So for example, you might, I know you're a musician, like Sonic Yogi, Sonic Yogi, right here on Insight Timer. He creates passive income by making music that helps all of us to relax and reconnect with our hearts, right? Helps us meditate. He pours his heart and soul, and you can hear it and feel it in his music. And then he posts it up on Spotify or on Insight Timer, and we benefit from his music, and he generates passive income. One piece of music, loads of income in 3-4 different channels, right? But in the meantime, how can you support other people in their passive income while you are building your own? Can you go and donate to Sonic Yogi here on Insight Timer whenever he's live? Can you, and we can all do this to all the teachers here on Insight Timer who give us something. We can listen to the meditation track, give them a 5-star review. Whatever you do, do not give anyone anything less than a 5-star review. If you don't like it, move on. That is creating another cycle of energy that you don't want a part of. Give them, hey Monica, give them a 5-star review, leave them a note. That was awesome. Thank you. And that's it. Oh, namaste. Namaste D, thank you for your donation. Because I'll tell you a little secret. The more times that you say thank you for that and then we respond, the more passive income we get. And you are entering, it doesn't cost you a single thing. You don't even have to donate if you don't want to. But you are entering into our cycle of abundance by leaving a 5-star review and a comment. It takes exactly 30 seconds of your life and you have stepped into abundance. So if you are wanting to create, Stephen, if you want to, well, there you go, teachers on Insight Timer. If you want passive income, how can you support others in creating passive income? Lisa, namaste. Thank you. Thank you for your donation. Beautiful, Jenny. There you go. And it's, you do that on 2 different, like, yes, we get paid at the end of it, but also, personally speaking, and I'm pretty sure I can say all the teachers feel the same way, when you leave a comment and there's a saying, hey, that was awesome, thank you, you really helped me, I really like this or whatever, I feel like, oh man, somebody stopped for a second to say thank you for what I created. I did something good today. And then in my heart, you've created another cycle of abundance because I'm like, well, I'm going to to create more meditations because we are here for you guys. We're all here to serve you, first and foremost. Lisa, namaste. Petra, namaste. Luann, thank you. Carrie, namaste. Thank you so much for your donations. I really appreciate it. My pleasure, Richard. My pleasure. Now, on that note too, Insight Timer itself, right? This live session right here is free. Anybody in the world with an internet connection and a mobile phone, or a cell phone, whatever you call it, can watch this and get inspiration. Anybody in the world who's feeling bleh, for whatever reason, can hop onto this platform and be inspired and have their heart lifted for free. When you donate, you are telling me, this was awesome, thank you. So you're stepping into my abundance mindset, but also part of your donation goes to Insight Timer. So you are thanking Insight Timer, and then you are creating more abundance for every single person who needs help and cannot afford it, who cannot afford to go to a counsellor, who's maybe stuck at home in isolation and cannot connect with friends and family and needs to be lifted. A simple little thing like that, $2, sets in flow so much more abundance. So much more abundance. Well, that's fine, Stephen. You don't have to. Just the fact that you donate, you are stepping in. Just the fact that you press that 5-star and say thank you so much at the end of your at the end of the meditation or the talk that you've listened to, that puts you into that abundance cycle for them, and it creates your own abundance cycle because you are helping them create passive income. Right? So simple. So simple. Oh, my pleasure, Dee. Thank you. Absolutely awesome, Lisa. That's why I'm here. I want to lift you all. My pleasure, Denise. Thank you. We can also attend lives and meditations at no cost. Exactly, Claire. Exactly. So it doesn't have to be exactly what it is that you're wanting. I've gone over, I'm sorry. It doesn't have to be exactly what it is that you want to manifest. So Stephen wants to create passive income, but that doesn't mean that he has to give money, but he has to find a way to step into the passive income. He has to find a way to support other people in fulfilling their dreams. So my pleasure, Judy, my pleasure. Yeah. but it takes action. It takes action. So the plant, going back to the plant, I need to take the cutting and I need to put it in water and put it in the right conditions, and then that plant is going to grow. Right? Now, Joanna mentioned, for so many of the things that you want, to meditate and to think on it and to ask, and that comes back to this spiritual guidance. Whether you believe in a higher power or you believe in yourself, everyone has a higher self. So in meditation, you can just inquire of your higher self. How do I do this? What do I need to give? How do I step into this cycle of abundance? And then just keep going. Where attention flows, energy goes. Okay? D, practically for you, you want to improve your lungs. So, breath practices, meditating on air. I would say even doing gratitude practices just for your breath and just feeling the gratitude of your breath, because then you're creating a cycle of joy for every breath that you take. And then so in that you are stepping into an abundance cycle. For Bray, namaste. Thank you so much for your donation. My pleasure, Luann. Breathwork is amazing. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can talk about abundance forever. Really? Yeah, beautiful. There you go. And also seeing yourself running. You know, this just popped into my head, Dee. You know, when these things just pop into my head. Are you in a position to support a underprivileged athlete? A runner who shows talent but maybe can't afford shoes? Or is there a school program that supports athletics for underprivileged kids? Can you step into the abundance cycle of, I want to run, can you facilitate somebody else running? Just a thought. Yes, Claire, visualization. See yourself running. See yourself running. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, I have gone over. On the subject of abundance, in 2022, 2022, Laverne, my pleasure. Yes, good. That's what I was going to mention. In 2022, I am doing 21-day challenge, and I'm just going to be talking about abundance. We are going to share tips and techniques for half an hour every day for 21 days on abundance. I'm going to do abundance meditations. I'm going to share Reiki for abundance. We are just going to go wild and set up 2022 in the right way so that we can manifest and create what it is that we want instead of being told and buying into the rubbish that you're hearing that life is hard. Okay? Beautiful. Yay, Jenny. Thank you, Tara. Good. I'm glad. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Harmony. Awesome. Vibre, Dee. It has been wonderful. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share with you. I hope the next few days as you enter into 2022 are full of good things. Rest, relaxation, love. Send me a message if you have a question. I'm happy to answer. Namaste, Lisa. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Namaste, YouTube.